Even more reports have come out surrounding one of Xbox's previous attempts at acquiring yet another big gaming studio. Find out who it was. Up next. What up guys, this is Kalo and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So we're gonna get into this whole Xbox acquisition story, and thankfully it doesn't involve Activision Blizzard. But let's start first with this whole Starfield disc problem. So amongst all the shocking headlines that came out over the weekend, one that snuck pretty under the radar was the fact that no one really knew if Starfield was going to ship its game with no physical copies of the game but a digital code. One thing we really need to understand here is this all originated from a Bethesda support Twitter account. And when it comes to those type of accounts, sometimes they're prone to get some information wrong. This is mainly because it's handled by numerous support reps. And if you've ever been through the dreaded customer service routine, you know you could get a couple answers to the same question. But all things considered, the original tweet that started this all has since been deleted. And Bethesda themselves clarified this matter by stating every physical standard edition of Starfield will in fact ship with a disc. But the Constellation edition of that game, which is that one with the cool watch and briefcase, will come with a digital-only code. Mainly because having two separate consoles, one all digital and one with a disc drive, will make it difficult to make those collector's editions. Now, I think they should still include a disc, but that opens up a whole new can of worms where people could keep the original digital code and sell the disc. Now, over the past few years, we seemingly get one big studio acquisition story from any of the big console makers. But new findings in the Activision Blizzard trial have revealed more of Xbox's previous attempts at acquiring major studios. Now, what studio are we talking about here? Well, it turned out Xbox was heavily involved in potentially purchasing Sega. Now, we did cover this potential rumor a long while back, and I for one was saying at the time this would be a near perfect acquisition for Xbox, and it would really help Sega as a whole. The email in question came from Phil Spencer, and it read as followed. Quote, I'm writing to request strategy approval to approach Sega Sammy regarding a potential acquisition of their Sega gaming studios. Bill and I have reviewed the business case for acquiring Sega and are both supportive. We believe that Sega has built a well-balanced portfolio of games across segments with global geographical appeal, and will help accelerate Xbox Game Pass both on and off console. Now, me being a Sonic fan, I would have loved for this to have gone through. But I would also kind of feel guilty if Xbox were to acquire Sega, then this upcoming list of studios, and Activision Blizzard. At that point, we're just kind of getting greedy. But at the same time, we also don't know the official answer that Phil got. But as it stands right now, it could just be a solid no. But as the years go on, we have seen the relationship between Sega and Microsoft grow, with Sega games coming to Game Pass, with the Yakuza series and now the Persona franchise. But like I said earlier, the fun didn't stop there, because the emails that were shared that were coming from Xbox's boss Phil Spencer also revealed a whole shopping list as to what Xbox had in mind. Now, some of the studios included Thunderful, Supergiant Games, Niantic, Zynga, Bungie, and IO Interactive. Man, that's a list of heavy hitters. And most importantly, this checks out the initial reports that Microsoft was really looking to get into mobile gaming. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this question off to you guys. If Microsoft wasn't in line to get ABK, would studios like Sega and let's just say Bungie really pad out the rest of Xbox's roster? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.